It's now former CID detective Mark Williams-Thomas, who's followed Madeleine's disappearance from the beginning. Hello, Mark.
Good evening.
So, a significant development, you would think. Well, what actual difference will this make?
Yeah, very positive development, because of course somebody knows what happened to Madeleine on the 3rd of May, and by bringing the British police in to be able to insist in a way of not being critical. This isn't about going into the Portuguese police and saying you got this wrong. What it is, it's about going in, casting a new pair of eyes, a fresh look at it, of any of those lines of inquiries. Were any missed? Were there any lines of inquiries that need to be followed up a little bit further? Don't forget, from a British police point of view, we've been conducting major inquiries for a very long time, and they'll be able to offer their assistance how to not only collate information, but how to act upon it in the way that we refer to as being TIEs. So each individual inquiry will have a trace, an interview, and an eliminate on it. But let's be very clear about the key of this. This is what's important here, and the Home Office and the government are being very careful about how they word this, because of course this is a Portuguese inquiry. The British police have offered assistance. I've been over there many, many times and was over there within days of Madeleine going missing. They've offered assistance on numerous occasions, and in fact they've been turned down. What is key now is, of course, is the pressure that's been applied by the British government to the Portuguese government in saying that we can offer you some assistance, rather than the Portuguese government saying, please come and help us.
Yeah, but if the Portuguese don't respond favourably, will that just stymie the investigation right at the off?
Well, it will really, because of course they need total cooperation from the Portuguese police, and indeed anybody who's been part of the inquiry. That would involve Gonzalo Amaral as much as it would with Jerry and Kate, to give total cooperation. And of course, unless everybody is going to do that, and they're going to make all their paper and their lines of inquiry fully open and transparent, that will stifle the inquiry. So we're still at very, very early stages. Of course, this is a very positive lead, but what we now need to know is the detail about how this is going to be undertaken.
Yeah, and assuming, Mark, that the Portuguese authorities allow the Met to go in and have a look through the case files and all that sort of thing, is there a chance of finding a new lead, or is it perhaps the hope that they'll find something that's already been missed?
Well, I think both of those. There undoubtedly will be leads that haven't been followed up upon, and of course a new fresh pair of eyes will be able to identify that. And we conduct inquiries in a very different way than the Portuguese police do, and that is born out of experience of dealing with major crime investigations on a daily basis. I understand that the team that will be going in will be from the organised crime team of the Metropolitan Police, and they have many, many skills. I think we shouldn't get too caught up on the fact that it's the Metropolitan Police going in. I think quite simply the reason they are going in is worldwide. They are highly respected. They are referred to as obviously being New Scotland Yard. I go over to America every year and talk to the FBI at a conference. And indeed, even they think the Metropolitan Police is probably one of the leading police forces in the world. Actually, the expertise sits within provincial police forces just as much. Of course, the reason they've asked the Met to go in is because they have such a reputation.
Okay, so cooperation notwithstanding then, fresh hope at least for Kate and Jerry McCann tonight.
I think a very positive line of inquiry. Let's just hope now that everybody involved, and particularly the Portuguese police, fully cooperate. And let's make sure we go in and let's work with them. This isn't about apportioning blame. This is about saying somebody knows something. If a fresh pair of eyes can lead to new lines of inquiry being followed up and those resources are made available, then that has to be a positive step.
Mark Williams-Thomas, thank you very much indeed. It's 12 minutes